The future of Brian Burns is in the hands of our front office with Dan Morgan and Brant Tillis at the helm. Will they franchise tag and trade Brian Burns, or will they finally reach negotiations worth Brian Burns's market value? That is the question, and we're going to dive into that today. So welcome to the Ropp Report. Let's get it. What up, Panther Nation? Ropp Gang, welcome back to yet another edition of the Ropp Report. Appreciate everyone that is here and has continued to show your support. We reached 5K subs. If you haven't known, now you know. We are on the road to 10K subs, so make sure you do these three things: like, comment, subscribe. Those three things are free, and it goes a long way. You can also become a member today. That also helps out the channel if you want to take the extra mile. You can also share this video as an extra mile as well to help me out, and it does the channel wonders. All right, you don't understand. Also, feel free to join the Discord. Come and join the Rockstar community. It's a great community that we're trying to grow here. So feel free to join that with the link tree down in the description of this video, and also feel free to follow me on any of my social media. Very active on all three of these, actually. And don't forget about our sponsorship, betusa.com. Go check them out. Sign up for free today. You get 125% bonus on your initial deposit. So go check it out. Without further ado, let's get into this whole Brian Burns ordeal. So, Brian Burns. All right, Brian Burns. The Carolina are handling a very complexing puzzle of contract negotiations with our prize linebacker, outside linebacker, or defensive end, whichever one you believe. He is Brian Burns. Obviously, he's the one who's conducting this whole symphony with ease. Now, despite the whispers, speculation, strategic maneuvering that obviously surrounds this whole captivating saga, the team's unwavering confidence and strategic approach to this whole thing are sure to lead a successful outcome. So when it comes to getting into this intriguing story where every twist and every turn adds another layer of excitement to already captivating that plot, right? Burns' journey has been nothing short of remarkable, okay? Filled with exhilarating triumphs, heart-wrenching setbacks, right? And we all know that Scott Fitter turned down that it was basically a trade that was so irresistible for them to turn down from the Los Angeles Rams in 2022, that trade deadline for a first round pick, a future first, and a future third. That just shows the value of Brian Burns. And now that we fast forward to the present day, negotiations for a new contract have basically hit a bit of a snag, where creating an air of uncertainty that feels to me like a classic Western showdown. Now, as the deadline for the franchise tag approaches, right, which we all know, the Panthers find themselves at a crucial situation, right? They must make the decision whether to secure this man, right? Whether to secure this man for his services for another season or take the risk of losing him to free agency. Now, this is a high-stake game of chess, Okay, that's what this is. And we'll find out who was playing checkers. But both sides have to strategically make a move here that pieces in attempting to outmaneuver their opponent and come out on top, right? So the Panthers have to be confident in the fact, and when I mean the Panthers, the front office, in their abilities to make the right decision and secure the future of this team. And Burns has displayed, I feel, a very good level of field skills, athleticism that can be compared to a mesmerizing fireworks show on a nice summer night, right? Now, despite this whole ordeal, there have been some challenges in the form of injuries, contractual discords, which have cast a shadow over this otherwise promising future. And as the Panthers are exploring their options here, they must navigate the possibility of life without their defensive linchpin, which is akin to sailing through treacherous waters without a compass, right? So imagine this, though. The exciting possibility of tag and trade situation where Burns becomes a highly sought after asset in the market, prompting fierce competition among potential buyers. Now, although the Panthers may not recover what they missed out on earlier, the opportunity to secure a first round draft pick can be seen as a positive outcome in the midst of this whole ordeal. Okay. Now, the deadline definitely looms closer. Okay. The deadline definitely looms closer. Um, the Panthers fans and critics can't help themselves but speculate about this team's future and myself. And rumors are whispering around there is one truth that remains steadfast about this whole thing, and that's Dan Morgan, the team's new general manager. Obviously, he's determined to secure Brian Burns, right, with Carolina. With his talent spotting skills and deep understanding of the organization values, I think Morgan is well equipped to navigate these chopping waters of negotiation with confidence and determination. Now, despite those swirling currents of uncertainty here, though, one thing remains crystal clear. The Panthers, I think, are fully committed to securing Burns' place here in Carolina. Obviously, we know negotiations are unfolding. Fans are anxiously anticipating the next chapter here, but we shall see. I think Brian Burns undoubtedly is one of the most outstanding defensive forces in the NFL, and he has been at the center of a lot of hype and negotiations, right? We all know that. That's what we're talking about here. But let's face it. The proposed $30 million annual salary might not accurately, to me, reflect his current value, right? So, despite this whole impressive on-field performances that he has had, there are some glaring factors that temper enthusiasm for such a lucrative deal. Now, he has grappled with injuries, inconsistencies, which raises valid concerns for me about his long-term durability and ability to consistently deliver peak performances. Now, moreover, the NFL has a deep pool of elite pass rushers, and many of whom command substantial salaries while consistently outperforming their peers, obviously given the results with the driven nature of the league. And the Panthers must carefully evaluate Burns potentially against the reality of his output compared to his counterparts. Okay. So the whole thing that I'm getting at is that the prospect of tag and trade arrangement is appealing to me, but it does a little bit underscore the inherent gamble of investing heavily in a player with uncertain future prospects. Okay. So while Burns may attract offers from interesting parties willing to part with valuable assets, the Panthers must critically assess whether the potential return justifies the exuberant financial commitment, right? So as negotiations process and the deadline for decisive actions looms, the Panthers face a pivotal moment of reckoning. While the desire to retain Burns is understandable, it's vital to exercise caution, though, and take a measured approach here that balances his potential with the financial constraints of the NFL landscape. I think ultimately here, guys, while Burns may indeed be a coveted asset, deserving of admiration, right? The Panthers must exercise prudence in their pursuit of securing his service. In the high stakes world of professional football, making sound investments decisions can mean the difference between success and a financial misstep. In my humble opinion, at the end of the day, I think it's best that the Carolina Panthers tag and trade Brian Burns. Guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. As always, make sure you pound that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure you click that post notifications bell so you don't miss out on any new content. Again, feel free to join the Discord. The link tree is down below. Also, go check me out on any of my social media. The link tree will lead you to it. Don't forget about the betus.com, our sponsorship of today's video. And as always, guys, before I leave you, y'all know what to do. Keep pounding. Peace.